Hello everyone and welcome. Excuse me, terrible way to start a stream. This is the Silent K and today we are picking up where we left off. Hold on, let me see that again. There we go. Alright. And we are picking up where we left off some 3 weeks ago with a base defense mission with the Challenger Deep. To refresh your memory, because I've been refreshing mine for the last hour, we are bringing a bunch of field artillery in the form of autocannon infantry. We've got a hoser over here. We've got Lark over here. We have Captain Murdoch over here, and I believe this is Wyvern in the Archer. And this must be Petra in the Orion. I'm refreshing my own memory. I know I said I already did, but yes, Petra in the Orion. Petra on her own trying to take on a Wolverine, a Hunchback, and a Crusader. So that's going to be our weak flank up there. We've got Lark in the Hunchback trying to take on a Rifleman and an Orion and another Hunchback. We are pretty badly outnumbered if you only count our own forces, but we do have allies. We've got a Clint, a Hermes, you know, a Blackjack, a Trebuchet, couple of allies. So we're not in this alone, but it's going to be an uphill battle. So let me put this over here. Yes, I prefer it there because then it's more like I'm, you know, making eye contact when I'm reading the chat. So, was there anything I wanted to go over? Yes, real quick. I do have a couple of shout outs. We have new followers on Twitch. We have 4 gathers. We have the other guy, Rush Nagar, joined us for the last bit of me and Gribbly's last match. And a very special thanks and a huge welcome to Simon Landmine, who designed the maps that we played on, who has now joined the Discord. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, be a part of the community. Lark says I should have sent him out in the Act Zaku. You know what? It's not. Well, it's a little late for this mission, but for the next mission, if you want to send me a custom file, I'll take a look at it, and if it's appropriate, like if it's not game breaking, yeah, we can go ahead and bring you in a custom mech. I don't see a problem with that. So right now we were in the firing phase when we left off last time. We've got the Assassin and the Hunchback still to fire. So the Hunchback obviously goes first because you always fire your big guns first to maximize your crits. Only except it doesn't look like you have 14s on everything, so you don't have a shot at all. And oh yeah, I had been looking at the board, but I did not actually do any playing. So we do have Federated Commonwealth. You are going to be under standard bot procedures. We have base turrets, also standard bot. It's a mobile suit and not a particularly good one. Yeah, I know that the stats for Gundam Tech are kind of their own balance. So like, I wouldn't want to take one of those against a Hunchback, for example. But if you want one, I'll let you have one. Free Worlds League is standard bot procedure. I'm going to alter these when I get to the civilian units. They are going to be very meek and not brave at all. And the last player, the base civilian units, Princess Bot, they're going to be 0 bravery, 9 out of 10 self-preservation, 1 aggression. Bump the hurting up a little bit so that they get shot at maybe a little less, and the piloting caution goes up, and we will say okay. If it will let me. It's asking me if I want to save these settings. Okay, so civilian units connected. Okay, so that appears to be everyone. All right. So, oh, I've missed some chat. Zaku is my favorite Zaku. It's a late one-year war suit where they basically took the Zaku and rigged it to basically mount a medium laser instead of a machine gun and gave it anti-beam coating. Magnetic coating or whatever the name of that was. Hi, Roshnagar. How are you? Glad to see you joining us again. Don't know if you were here at the start, but yes, welcome to the crowd. If you'd like to join the Discord and take a more active role, you're always welcome. Not trying to pressure you or anything, just open invitation. So we do have the Hunchback 4H shooting at, that was Petra in the Orion, hitting with an autocannon 10 to the center torso. Rifleman shooting at Lark in his Hunchback and missing on 10s and 12s. Crusader firing on Petra, missing on 9s. Hoser hitting a Stinger in the head with his PPC, critting the sensors, and if I'm not mistaken, that imparts a +2 targeting penalty. The second sensor crit prevents any kind of weapons fire at all. I just got here? Yes, well, welcome. Welcome everybody. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you could always catch it live, be part of the chat, join the party. More active role, you mean like as a commander? Well, we do have discussions about Battletech and Megamech and just giant robots in general. It's a small but growing community, and yes, if you would like to join in the way that Lark and Wyvern and Hoser have, I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. Yes, this is this Hunchback here, this custom variant of the Hunchback, Jacoby Campaignin, that is Lark's avatar that I am kind of controlling on a more minute basis, but he has determined that he would like to also be a technician, so we've also got him working on our mechs. Don't think I want to fail on a live stream. That's cool. You don't have to be a player character in the group, but if you'd just like to have a discussion with other people who enjoy Battletech as much as you do, it's a good place to do it. Again, open invitation, no pressure. If you're content just following and watching and being in the chat, that is perfectly fine with me. Does 2 sensor hits cause weapons to be unable to fire? I believe so. I have torso cockpits in GT, and decapitations are like 3 sensor crits. It's a devastating penalty, but they still fire. Gribbly, hi, welcome to join us. And Varank, thank you for posting a link to the Discord. I do appreciate it. Mod status is paying off. Or at least it's paying off for me. I know you probably view it as a responsibility, but please don't. Everything is voluntary. I don't want to pressure anyone to stray outside of what they're comfortable doing. So we do have a Clint and an Orion shooting at our friendly assassin, or no, we've got a friendly Clint and a friendly Orion shooting at an enemy assassin and missing. We've got an LRM turret shooting at the Wolverine on 12s. We've got enemy assassin shooting at our Brunel dump truck, which should be fleeing the field as soon as possible. Or it's not on auto flee the field, but it should be maintaining its distance if nothing else. We do have our allied assassin shooting at the rifleman, missing on an 11. Dervish missing the enemy Hetzer, and the enemy Orion missing the Hunchback that Lark is piloting. So, continuing on. Physical attacks. Do we have any physical attacks? Yes, we could punch a building. We're not going to do that. This is our base that we're defending. We're not trying to destroy it unnecessarily. Necessarily could happen. Unnecessarily, we don't do that. The only thing I'm uncomfortable doing I can think of is walking anywhere close to where you're dropping artillery. Yeah, I have a bad history with artillery, and in fact, one of the base turrets is a sniper piece, so I'm a little worried about that. So far, it's done mostly good. Oh, I didn't even notice that 2 of those were 2s. So 2 2s and a headshot. Well, 2 wild misses and a sensor crit. I'll take it. Especially considering the target numbers were probably not great. I don't recall exactly. So yes, we have destroyed 1.5% of their first force and 0.2% of their second force in exchange for 0.3% of our forces being damaged. And yes, there is that sniper artillery piece. People are more comfortable walking into Silent K's artillery than mine, because mine goes nuclear. Yes, Lark and his love of nuclear weaponry. I had a plan for these guys, and I think it was to move here. Try to get a line of fire on anything coming this way. Yeah, I think that was the plan. You guys have no sight at all, because infantrymen do not gain the benefit of sensors like mechs do, so they don't see as far. You guys are kind of in as good a spot as you're going to have available, and you've got decent visibility where you are. Yeah, the field gunners are going to be primarily a defensive position. If the enemy gets close, they'll have a shot, but as far as running out to meet the enemy, that is something that is the mechs are going to be doing alone. Speaking of which, do we have? We do. We will be able to take a shot on that hunchback with some LRMs, I do believe. At medium range, after... Well, heck, we don't even have to run. We could walk. That keeps us out of his range. The non-nuclear version isn't pleasant either. No, for sure not. I would not want to be standing anywhere within 100 yards of where any kind of artillery was landing. Hoser. Cannot see anything there. Can't quite get into short range against the Griffin there, but at least we're not in short range of his LRMs either. So yes, we will continue the advance, bringing 3 PPCs and a large laser to bear, which is just an incredible loadout. Even in my more advanced games, I don't think I have a version of the awesome that's preferable to that. It's very powerful, very good design. Our field requirement was 600 meters. Any closer is extreme danger close. 600 meters? I mean, I'm all for staying safe, but that seems... I mean, I guess there is scatter. That's 20 hexes. 20 hexes is further than our visibility here. So literally, if you're close enough to see it, you're too close. I like that philosophy. It's not a bad plan. Now this stalker, let's see some ranges. That is long range with the large lasers. That is medium range with the LRMs. Yeah, I kind of want to do something bad to that hunchback. I want to make sure that he doesn't get close enough to fire that autocannon. We might actually, now that we're at kind of medium LRM range, we might start falling back a little bit just to maintain some distance. Maybe bring our field gunners into play. Lark, on the other hand, has a similar range requirement to the enemy hunchback. Whereas the Rifleman and the Orion have kind of longer range armaments. This Orion has an autocannon 10 and LRM 15 that it can use at range. The Rifleman obviously has the 2 autocannon 5s. The only way I see to be any kind of evasive is to go here or here, and those are kind of the wrong direction. This way at least we have extreme range. Or no, that is long range on the Rifleman. Yeah, we can take a... That should be an 8+, 10+ after running. How far did the Rifleman move? So that would be an 11. Actually, you know what? That might not be worth it. How about we just turn... We turn one hex side and let them come to us? Or... Yeah, we'll take cover behind this level 2 cliff. I'll kick his butt all the way back to MekHQ. I did listen to that song. It's catchy. It's actually been stuck in my head more than once in the last few days. That's it's a long way to Mukambura, which comes from I forget the name of the conflict, but it happened in North Africa, I believe it was. So a little bit of history in that song. Now this is a stock assassin, which only has a medium laser and SRM2 and an LRM5. So what I think I want to do is jump 5 hexes here. That gives us 7 hexes on the Hunchback, 8 hexes on the Rifleman, 7 hexes on the Rifleman. Okay, so this gives us a choice of targets for the LRMs. Artillery landing on some terrain, dealing some damage there. The Rhodesian Bush War. Yes, that's why I couldn't remember the name of it, because it's kind of a long name. And also, I'm not at all familiar with Rhodesia. It's based off a way older World War I English song, It's a Long Way to Tipperary. Again, with the history lessons. See, I always feel so uneducated whenever I talk to you guys. And it's a good feeling. I feel like I'm learning stuff that I wouldn't have otherwise come into any kind of contact with. That's going to be outside of visual range, isn't it? It is, yes. But that assassin might try and come closer, and that would be a good thing. These guys... Oh, that's a friendly. There's too many assassins on the field. We've got our assassin, we've got the enemy assassin, and... Oh. How do you have a shot on me? On 12s. I mean, it's not likely to hit, and on 12s. So we've got 8s on the Hunchback, 8s on the Orion, 9s on the Rifleman. Let's go ahead and try to knock that Hunchback down with a couple of LRM-20s. Of course, less deep purple sounding rock and way more 1913 vintage sounding, of course. Yeah, I expect so. Yeah, because the version of it that you, I forget if you posted it or if I've looked it up myself, but the version that I listened to had very kind of a buzzy guitar, very deep purple kind of sound, and that's what I said about it. So we've got 10s versus 12s. We'll build up 2 heat on a 10. And I don't think, we're not losing any heat because of the temperature, because we had bumped that up to above -30, -29 if I recall. So we've got 10 on the Crusader, or, I mean, if we're going to take the long shot, we might as well try to neutralize this Bulldog with an LRM-20 that needs a 7. Come on, show me that again. 8s. Yeah, the Bulldog is clearly the bigger threat at this range, so we'll try to neutralize it real quick. We can deal with the Crusader when we get a little closer. And looks like this Hunchback is going to be the center of his own little sun. Build up a couple of heat there, no problem. And then, do we have better than a 12? We do not have better than a 12. We have 10 shots. The battle's probably going to be over in less than 10 turns. We'll take the 12. Because you never know when you might get lucky. It's only like a 3% chance, but you know. Yeah, we will fire a medium laser and some LRMs on low odds shots at the Hunchback. If it gets too fuzzy, you can always fall back and call in the Gelgools. Gelgool is cool, especially the Stutzer variant. I think I'm a fan of that one. So, Hunchback 4H, that's the enemy Hunchback shooting at a building for... Okay, they've got a 4H Hunchback and a 4G Hunchback. I need to remember that. The 4H firing his autocannon 10. Yeah, he was up on the northwest side. The 4G is down on the southwest side. Stunning the crew of one of our turrets. Hetzer at the Awesome, missing on a 12. Rifleman at the Archer, missing on 12s. Hunchback on the Hunchback, missing on a 12. But hitting with one of the lasers to the right leg for 4 points. Stutzer isn't that good compared to other Stutzer units, but moving on. Not that good appearance-wise, that is. It's literally the best Udork. I don't know enough about the other Stutzers to weigh in, but the Gelgoog Stutzer is the mobile suit that I'm piloting in Lark's campaign. And again, it's kind of similar to this, where I'm not actually playing the unit, but I do get to read the reports, and it's a lot of fun. Crusader firing on the Orion on 8s and 12s and missing. Phoenix Hawk missing the Hunchback on a 12. Bulldog on the Orion landing 12 LRMs to the right leg, left arm, and more to the right leg. Archer landing 12 missiles on the Hunchback to the center torso, right torso, left torso, so kind of spreading that out a little bit. Hoser firing at the Hetzer, landing a PPC to the right, so 2 PPCs to the right side, stripping it down to 2 armor. Trebuchet at the Awesome, missing on a 9. Clint on the enemy Hunchback, missing on a 5 and 10s. Our Orion landing 6 missiles on the Bulldog, costing us some movement points, so that's good. Enemy Griffin landing 6 missiles on Hoser's ride, to the right arm mainly. What's the 4H variant of the Hunchback auto? I believe it drops the autocannon 20 to a 10 and adds 2 medium lasers. So the KDM variant that you're driving is kind of like a mix between the 4H and the 4G, where it has the extra medium lasers, but it doesn't give up the autocannon 20 to do it. It is a slightly longer range variant, but it's a little less punchy, a little bit less scary, I want to say. But, I mean, within 3 hexes, it does the same total damage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we talked about that after the mission. And since that mission, I was kind of like joining the group in one unit, and then when I got to the unit, I was able to trade out. So, story-wise, I think it worked out really well. Stalker landing a large laser on the Hunchback as well, right leg for 8, leaving it with 12 armor. Hermes on the Hunchback, missing on an 11. The civilian Orion 1H, missing the enemy assassin on 11s. Enemy Drillson firing at our friendly assassin on a 12 and missing. Sadly, Lark does not land any of his 12s. He comes close with one of the medium lasers. That would have been a fair exchange. Enemy Orion landing an autocannon 10 on our Archer to the center torso, and also 12 missiles, costing us an edge to avoid a through armor crit, doing 5 damage to the left leg, 5 to the right arm, and 2 to the center torso. So that's going to be a skill roll at the end of the phase. Friendly Dervish also firing on the Hetzer, hitting the right side and destroying it. So that's cool. That's one less big gun to worry about. Yeah, the 1H Orion is a primitive variant. I can find it. Where did it go? It was before the Dervish. Yeah. What? Yes. Primitive cockpit. Oversized engine, primitive prototype autocannon 10. Generally, it's just a lower tech version of the 1K. It just kind of sucks. We actually, I think it was in this game that we actually salvaged a 1H and then upgraded it with a standard cockpit and engine. Or I might be thinking of the Bulldogs. It's been a while. So yeah, PSR on the Archer, Dervish destroying the Hetzer, Assassin, this is the enemy Assassin shooting at our civilian mechs on 11s and 7s and missing our friendly Assassin, missing the Hunchback on a 10 and a 12, and the alarm 5 turret on the 4H Hunchback, missing on 9s. Archer needs a 5, gets an 8, does not fall down. The 4G enemy Hunchback needs a 6, gets an 8 as well. So nobody falls down. Thank God we got the wheeled Hetzer out. We need to keep an eye out for those 1944 vehicles. It's named after, but it's not actually. Just wait until Steiner decides to revive the Tiger or the Land Cruiser Rat. The Land Cruiser Rat, is that... I'm familiar vaguely with the German Mouse, and I had understood that they had planned on doing a second bigger mouse type mech, or a tank, was called the Rat. Is that the one you're referring to? The Land Cruiser? We've won initiative, and we are starting to pull ahead in the BV battle as well. Sniper landing next turn. Was that an LRM carrier I saw? That is an LRM carrier I see. So that could be a problem. Alright. Autocannon 10 field gunners. Actually might even need to move up further. Maybe into this hex. That's got some rough, so they're not out in the open at least. Yeah, we'll do that. These guys, I think are... because the next cover is over here. That's a long way away. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns before they would get there. I don't think I want to take that chance. Yes, the Rat is the gigantic 1,000-ton tank that never left paper. But it's a fun idea, isn't it? That is one thing I really admire about the Germans. They had, I guess ambition sends the wrong signal. But they certainly had ambitious plans for their tanks. Specifically for their tanks. They had ambitious plans for everything, and for that we denounced them. But for their tanks, I think that's a really cool idea. Impractical as hell. Impractical as hell, but definitely cool on paper, I think. You guys are gonna sit tight as well. That's still long or extreme range for his autocannon. But I mean, we could just sit here, or even back up one. Down a hill. However, the Mouse did exist, 2 of them. One survives today in the Russian Tank Museum. It's the hull of one, and the turret repainted to fit the camo and placed from another they found. They had to try to achieve individual unit superiority as their lack of industrial metals and manufacturing led to being numerically outnumbered, which ultimately I think was a big part of their downfall, was that they put too much into too few, and when you're outnumbered 10 to 1, being twice as good just isn't quite good enough. Alright, give me a 4. No. Dang. 5 to the right torso and 2 to the center torso, and a first consciousness check. Well, that stinks. Oh. Can't use careful stand because we only have 2 movement points remaining. Right? Or no. No, we're just going to be prone this turn. That's not great. Want to wait on you, want to respond to that Trebuchet and the Griffin. This Orion, however, definitely wants to get in close and bring his medium lasers and SRMs to bear. There are some parallels with NATO versus Warsaw Pact. I wasn't aware. I don't keep up anymore. They should have just played Hearts of Iron to know what to do. Alright. Well, it's a shame about the Archer. That's 11 hexes. That's still out of his range, but it's still long range for our large lasers, but we've still got a better shot than him. Haven't tried Hearts of Iron. Been playing a lot of CK3, a lot of BattleTech version of CK3, and Stellaris. CK3. I can't say I'm familiar. Stellaris has a fantastic Gundam mod. The dude behind it modeled a ton of obscure mobile suits found only in the comics and obscure media, and it's astounding. Crusader Kings. I'm guessing tank game, not actually like Crusaders. What do you think, Lark? Do you want to get within 9 hexes of this Hunchback? It means long range for both of you. Give you a second while I find someone else to move, like this assassin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maximum evasion, good range, yeah. No guts, no galaxy. Alright. Alright. Current range is 8 hexes. That's long for you and long for him. You've got more guns, but, I mean, he doesn't have to worry about doing repairs. And what did I see going on up here? It looks like... that Wolverine has extended torso twist, doesn't he? So he's going to be able to... Yeah, he's going to be able to turn and get everything on us. Oof. Alright, so we've still got the awesome Sieg Xeon. Oh wait, wrong robots. Hey, if I break it, at least I fix it. This is true. Alright, Varank. We have an opportunity to get into melee range with this Griffin. The only downside is he would be kicking at our punch level, and we would be punching at his leg level. Also, it's... Oh wait, yeah, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say back up. Because you never like to be close. Unfortunately, with this cliff here, the only way we're backing up is here, and that brings us completely out of engagement. And also requires a paladin check. So, we're going to hold still this turn. We're going to lay into him with some laser fire, and I think probably 1 PPC we'll have the heat for. Yeah, Archer rolls a 3, we knew that. Rolls 2 3s. Back up, stand still is fine. Alright, good deal. Actually hits the hexes he was shooting at, but unfortunately doesn't hit anything in those hexes, so I don't know what he was shooting at. Oh, he's over here shooting into the backfield for some reason. Alright. Let's go ahead and start here. We should be able to use the leg lasers because he's at a higher elevation. So we've got a 6, 7. Oh, because of the, well, in that case, I forgot we had weapon specialization. It's been a while. That's going to be 2 PPCs. Yeah, I think we can fit the large in. And 1, 2, 3 of the 4 mediums. I'm gonna hold off on the small on an 11. We might need that point of heat later. You guys have no targets and visibility. You guys, likewise, blocked by terrain because of that building, I believe. Outside of sensor range. Oh, enemy assassin got too close. Yeah, we'll take some 10s. I think. Let me make sure there's no one hiding behind my info pane. Yeah, we'll take some 10s, and if any one of those hits, that's gonna really hurt him, because assassins have very, very weak armor. However, yeah, you're prone behind a level, is that a level 2 hill? I think That's level 6, level 7. So that's only a level 1 hill. I thought you'd be able to see the guys at higher elevation, but I guess I was wrong. And I saw a lot of arrows pointing at Lark. Alright, we've got an autocannon 10. We've got 1, 2, and 3 other things to shoot, so if we miss with a medium laser, we can make it up with SRMs, but if we miss with the autocannon, there's no way to force a PSR. Let's see what we got here. We've got an 11, we'll take it. Even build up 1 point of heat. Oh, Lark about to be the center of his own little sun. The Stalker. No, I forgot this one doesn't have double heat sinks. Build up 4 heat on an 8. Yeah, I think we will. And then 12. Oh, no, wrong button. And an 8 there. Alright, Wolverine hits a building, misses a building with all 3 shots on the 7s and 11s. The Hunchback 4H missing his autocannon shot at the Orion, but landing 2 of his medium lasers to the right and left torsos. Hoser landing the PPC to the right torso, landing a PPC to the left leg, large laser to the left arm, medium laser to the right leg. So spreading the damage around, but hitting pretty hard nonetheless. I'm seeing a lot of single-digit numbers here. That's what I like to see. Griffin's pretty mobile, so there's a good chance he's going to try to get behind you next turn. But there are field gunners there that might be able to land some hits on him if he does. Enemy rifleman shooting at Lark, landing a large laser to the right torso, down to 12 armor there. Enemy Hunchback needing 10s and not getting it. Enemy Crusader landing 5 LRMs on our Orion. Civilian Wolverine shooting at the Griffin and missing. Enemy Phoenix Hawk shooting at our Clint and missing. Enemy Bulldog shooting at our Orion and missing. On a 6, he missed with the LRM-20, so that's fortunate. Field Gunners did not hit the Assassin. But if they had, man. Yeah, 5 points of damage anywhere on this thing is a significant part of its protection. Let's see, friendly Clint landing a hit on the Phoenix Hawk, with landing 3 hits to the center torso and right arm. He's down to 5 armor on that arm, down to 13 on the chest. LRM carrier on Lark, missing on 10s. Petra did land the autocannon, did land 1 medium laser, but only landed 2 SRMs. So that's not going to force a check. But that is the center torso down to 16, left arm down to 11, and hits to the right arm and right torso as well. Lark did not land any of his 11s, but we will close the range next turn. The Griffin, I think that's the one Hoser was shooting at, shooting over at Lark on 10s and 12s, but not getting them. Friendly Hermes shooting at the Hunchback 4G and missing. Stalker did not get any of his 8s. Is that his? Is that again? Yeah, that's Murdoch and the Stalker. Didn't get any of his 8s. The civilian primitive Orion needing 11s and missing. The enemy Orion at Lark landing an autocannon 10 to the right leg, 10 armor remaining, and hitting him in the head and getting a crit on his leg. So that's the first consciousness check and some mobility damage. Ouch. That is unlucky. And since this is your first mission, you don't have any edge well, you would have used your first point of edge to avoid the consciousness check. You still would have taken the leg crit. Come in with the finesse and subtlety of a Zweihander. Yeah, about that. I mean, Hunchbacks hardly scream as you say, finesse. It's very much a brute force. It's not a rapier. Friendly dervish landing 3 LRMs on the Stinger's center torso, and enemy assassin shooting at the building our field gunners are in, hitting and killing one of them. 2 of them with the SRM, and 1 LRM to the building. It has 69 structure remaining. Our assassin landing 3 missiles on the hunchback. Lark, you've gone down, you've taken 5 more damage to the right leg, but you did manage to avoid taking extra damage. And then the enemy Griffin needs a 5, gets a 10. So that's going to be 3-5 movement points next turn, and 2 of those are going to be standing up. With this elevation, you're going to move 1 or 2 hexes, so that's not going to be evasion at all. And then the enemy Wolverine punching the Orion in the head, costing us an edge to transfer that to the left arm. So this was not a great turn for us. We are keeping our heat pretty well in check, except for the Stalker at 4. Our friendly Dervish is at 7. Our friendly Griffin is at 7. Our friendly Assassin, or no, the enemy Griffin is at 7. The enemy Assassin is at 12. The Crusader on the Hunchback, 4H, the Griffin and the Orion are all at 5. So they're pushing hard, and it's paying off. We have done significant damage to their first force, but their second force is still almost full strength. And we've got 2 more snipers landing next turn. Alright, these guys, I think, need to move up. That's rough hex, so they should be not taking double damage at least. These guys, they weigh 55 tons. What's the structure on this building? 73. Yeah, let's... There's climb mode. Let's enter this building. It means taking a turn off. Wait, did we end up on the roof? I think we're at ground level there. We should be at ground level. We should be inside the building, I'm hoping. Still not entirely comfortable with climb mode. This building is down to, oh no, this is a rebel hex, so it's not going to fall down on us. Yeah, let's stay here and shoot anyone that tries to get behind us. There's a lot of room for that Griffin to maneuver though. I'm not wild about that. These field gunners, also 53 tons. So if that building takes 17 more damage, it could collapse. Are they on the roof? I don't think they're on the roof. Because I think there'd be a little number there if they weren't at ground level. So we're going to go ahead and sit tight. If that building comes down, it's going to hurt, but I don't think it's going to. Okay, the Hermes, the Assassin, and the Clint, all running interference for us. It's getting close. That is now 12 hexes from the Hunchback, which is fine. Let's make that check. Holding off on Hoser, holding off on the Orion. Let's go ahead and get Lark standing back up and moving into position. Where can we go where we've got some decent visibility? There we go. Need a 6 with that busted actuator. Didn't do it. Rolled a 4, take 5 to the left arm, 11 armor remaining. Did avoid pilot damage though, so that's good. And then on a run, we also need a 6 again, and we got it this time. Alright, that leg actuator is gonna be pretty rough for a standard level pilot. 5 is a pretty easy to check. 6 is pretty dicey. 4 is ideal, but you know, that just takes more experience than we've earned yet. All right. Where do we go? We're outnumbered 4-1. I want to fall back, but I don't want to turn my back, and I don't want to try to back down a hill either. I'd like for them to go first. Alright, that gives us good visibility. Oh, he's coming straight for us. Alright, still holding off on Hoser. I really want to see what that Griffin does. I'd like to hold off on the Orion, but okay, we still have the Assassin that we can sync an initiative with. And we can jump 5, we can come in here. I don't think I want to kick with a piloting of 6, but maybe we can punch into that back armor. Well, they put me in the gun position and not the drivers in the tank for a reason. Yeah. Better shot than you are a driver, huh? Alright, we're gonna have to move one of these guys now. That gives us pretty good cover, if nothing else. Oh, that Crusader. Man, he got close. Alright, where'd that... Oh, that Griffin fell back. Can we get exactly 6 hexes away? I mean, I know he's got a PPC, so 6 hexes is good for him. And again, 5 hexes is worse for his LRMs. Makes us more evasive. Yeah, we'll do that. I know it's probably closer than you like, but I want to try and dodge a little bit. I'm just glad we don't have to worry about like stray shots. Alright, oh, the enemy Drillson fails inside slips into a hex. It's a shame it wasn't a prohibited hex, that would have been helpful. But the rest of this we already knew. Yeah, nothing in range. Oh, these guys have a shot on this Wolverine. But they can't because they moved this turn. These guys didn't move this turn, but there is no target within, what is it, 7 hexes of them? And that's 12s versus a 9. I mean, I'll take the 9. The field guns do more damage, but they're not going to hit on a 12. On a 9, at least there's a chance. We've got 7s on the Griffin. It's already pretty dinged up. And a 9 or 11s. Okay, we're at 3 heat. That's manageable. Okay, I want to do the Archer last out of those 3. Alright, Orion only has a shot on the Wolverine, it looks like, and that only on 11s, but we'll take a couple of 11s, spend a turn cooling down. Alright, so we are at medium range now. Sadly, we're not at all evasive, so he's got 8s, we've got 10s. And 3 medium lasers. Hopefully we've got enough volume of fire that we can take him down regardless. So, yeah, Stalker needs to take a cooldown turn as well. So that's 7s and 9s. We could build up a little more heat than that. Because don't forget we have that combat computer that brings us down by an extra 4. So we'll go 1 large and 1 medium on a 9. And then 7s. So that'll actually only be 1 heat at the end of the turn. And then the archer, we'll take a couple of 12s and we'll take a couple of 10s. Right? Well, hold on, that LRM carrier is not at all evasive. But it's out of range. Also out of range, also out of range. Yeah, anything outside of medium range is probably going to be not visible. So we've got 9s or 10s. Take a couple of 9s, I guess. But that'll be the only shots that we take. Well, 12s wouldn't have been worth it really anyways. Oh, audio? Something audio is shorting. Alright, a little behind the scenes for you guys. Let me try turning off the fan. Okay, I see the little green bar. Let me be quiet for a second. Is it still there? A loud crackle. Okay, let me check the wire real quick. Not do anything? I wiggled the cable. It's clear now? Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to turn the fan back on, if it wasn't the problem. Alright, it's really loud crackling when it happens. Okay, well, let me bring that down. That might make me a little bit quieter, but hopefully it makes the crackle a little less jarring if it happens again. I don't know what that could be. I mean, it's a USB microphone. It wasn't loose or anything. It wasn't like background noise. It was like a direct input. Like if you were playing a noise in the desktop, like static interference. Well, I mean, I don't even have... The desktop is completely muted right now. That's the only... Well... I mean, that one shouldn't have been an input at all, but I'll try muting that, see if that helps any. Hopefully it doesn't happen again at all, and we never figure out what it is because it stops being a problem completely. I apologize, though. Wish I had better technical setup. I mean, you don't think it was like Twitch or something, do you? Well, I apologize, guys. I don't know what it could have been. If it happens anymore, let me know, and I'll continue to investigate it. But for now, if it's quiet, I don't think there's going to be any way to find out what it was. Yes, let's blame Twitch. It's Twitch's fault. Bad connection. There's a loose wire between my computer and the internet. And it's an audio wire. Alright, Wolverine hits building for 5 damage. It was a hardware sound, like a loose connection. There's the mic. Is that anything? Nope, nothing. Alright, well, hopefully it remains a mystery and never happens again. So, again, I apologize. I wish I was I wish I was better at streaming. I wish I knew how to fix these things. Bunch of misses. Hunchback 4H kills one of our field gunners, which is a shame. Kills two of our field gunners, actually. Hunchback missing us on 8s, so that's good. We missed the assassin, which is less good. Rifleman missing the archer on 9s. Phoenix Hawk missing our hunchback on a 12. Crusader killing a couple more of our guys with LRMs. And taking that building down to 41 construction factor. I really hope they're not on the roof, because if they are, they're going to fall, and that will be very bad. Hoser landing a PPC on the Griffin, critting out his lower and upper arm, and then large laser to the right torso, critting out a jump jet. So he's going to be, that's his left arm, so I don't think that's his PPC arm, no. So he'll be less effective at punching, and he'll be less mobile, which is, I mean, it's good. Oh, Lark, way to go. Kill shot on the enemy 4G into the ammo with a big gun on a 10, rolled a 12. That should be worth a bonus XP right there. Solid hit. Very nicely done. Destroyed by ejection, and then blowing out the rest of its ammo, just completely obliterating it, nothing even to salvage. So that is going to be a big points jump for them. Hunchy on hunchy damage. Hype at Mobile Lark. Like his Vihander chop. Hunchy. Yes. Yes, that is outstanding. Let me... screenshot that real quick. Post that in a Hall of Fame in the Discord. Clint also firing at the hunchback, hitting it in the head, but the pilot's already ejected. Also hitting it in the legs, which are non-existent. LRM carrier missing on 11s. Drillson hitting with 6 LRMs to the left arm and right leg. Our Archer on their Orion missing on 9s. Our friendly Hermes on their Orion missing on 8s and 12s. Still shooting at the dead hunchback. No, that's the 4H. That's not the dead one. LRM 5 turret does land 3 LRMs to the enemy 4H to the right arm. Enemy assassin shooting LRMs into the building and killing one of our guys. And that was the AC kicking on just now, so if you hear that, I should be able to change some settings and drown that out. So our assassin shooting a medium laser into the dead hunchback. So I guess punching his back armor is a moot point too. Friendly dervish landing some LRMs on that stinger to the left leg and chest. And the enemy Orion shooting our Archer with 9 LRMs to the left leg. And no one took significant damage, no piloting checks are needed. We're not going to stomp on the pilot. And they punch the building and kill another one of our infantry. Hoser is at 3 heat. Our friendly assassin is at 2. Friendly dervish is at 6. Friendly Clint is at 6. Enemy Phoenix Hawk is at 7. Enemy assassin is at 10. Enemy Crusader at 7. Enemy Hunchback 4H is at 5. Enemy Orion K is at 4. So they're all going to have to be cooling down a bit next turn, or they're going to start suffering the consequences. We won initiative for round 6. We're down almost 5%. They're down 27% and 2%. So that's going really well, I would say. Yeah, we're down 500 points. They've lost 2,300 and 200 roughly. Snipers landing next turn. Oh, we're just spread too thin. I don't feel like I have enough units on the field right now. If we come over here, can we maybe take some shots at that assassin? Get him to leave these guys alone? Because, I mean, I don't think the Griffin or these guys are going to be making it into this zone. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about these guys getting shot while they make the move. These guys, I think, are gonna sit tight. They are in danger. They need to be hunkered down. Okay, so that's gonna be their next move. Alright, yeah, we'll go there. It's kind of out in the open. You guys definitely can't go anywhere. That assassin's just gonna chew you up with missiles and lasers. Nope, that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly. I don't want to take out that LRM carrier, but it's going to take us a couple rounds to get in range. Mulched a mech. Yeah, nice job. That was really well done. Could not have asked for a better time for a boxcars. Alright. Hoser, can we make a 4? To back up and keep our distance from this stinger. Oh man, I'm just not making these piloting checks today. Rolled a 3. 5 to the right torso, 3 to the left torso. And we can't run in the same turn that we backed up, so 1 movement point is enough to stand. So you're just going to be prone for the round, which is not what I wanted to happen. Stalker approaching the Orion and the Rifleman, and should be within visibility of this LRM carrier, albeit at long range. Yeah, the dice gods have always hated me. It's just something I've gotten used to in my life. I whinge about it from time to time. I try not to let it get out of hand. But yeah, no. I've learned that I cannot push my luck. My luck pushes back. If luck were a stat, it would be my dump stat. Oh, yes, please. Let's get within 3 hexes of this LRM carrier. If we can still see it in any of these places. So that's an option. I don't think I want to be in short range of that Griffin, though. Was it here? Yeah. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's not in the right arc, and also within minimum range. The Drillson, I think, has a large laser, though. That could be an issue, but we're highly evasive. Wait, look at what hexes? Not having a high luck stat? Can't relate. I don't know, there was a screen cap in Gundam Tech where an enemy missed 8 5+ shots on one of our teammates. Yeah, I saw that. Then I also saw the screen cap of the armor stats of the target mech. That was nice. Alright, we're going to take some back shots on this. No, it's going to be side shots on the Hunchback. But at least he won't be able to shoot back. And I'm going to turn so that the Crusader doesn't get back shots on us. Yeah, we've got plenty of back armor, but we still don't want shot in the back if we can help it. I once missed 12 rolls on a 6 and another 12 on a 7. 2 piranhas completely whiffing. Yeah, someone was discussing on Facebook earlier today that they didn't feel like the RNG in this game was completely random. And the point that I made was that if something is truly random, you're going to see patterns in it because randomness does create patterns occasionally. So I trust the RNG in this game. I do believe it is actually random. It's just, I know that my luck is no good. So we've got 9s on the Hunchback, 9s on the Wolverine. We've got we might have back shots on the Hunchback. We'll take the Wolverine. I know normally I try to concentrate my fire, guns off the field and all that, but I think the Orion on the Hunchback should be able to handle it. You guys moved this turn. Oh, where'd that assassin? Oh, he's way up here now. Oh, you guys don't have a target? Facebook had the funny Battlemaster that took a floating crit engine death on turn 1. Computers legitimately cannot be truly random. I'm aware, but I feel like the semi-quasi-randomness that you see in games like this is close enough. I mean, to be fair, dice aren't truly random either. If you can predict how a dice is going to land with enough information and fast enough computer. It's all just semi-random factors contributing to an overall total that appears to be random, and it works for me. Random shuffle on music players gets adjusted to make sure it doesn't randomly play the same song again or similar sequences. Yeah. It's all a game of random enough. Exactly. And I feel like these dice are random enough. It's just, I don't tend to fare well in situations where random is a factor. Sevens, yes, we're going to unload on him. Not with a 12. Not for 5 heat, no. But it looks like, yeah, the Bulldog is getting back shots on us. On 10s and 6s. Ouch. That could be bad. It's a good thing we've got plenty of back armor. Rifleman or Orion? I think the Rifleman is better armed and less armored, so I think I'm going to make that my priority target. Right, what was that again? That was a 6. Eights. Take 1 laser and 1 LRM, end of the turn with 2 heat. Fourteens on the Drillson. Man, they're just in love with shooting at you, Lark. We'll take the SRM 2-shot. Well, that puts us at 4 heat. We can cool off next turn, or over the next several turns, as the case may be with an assassin. Always the center of attention. Alright, Field Gunner is missing the Wolverine. Wolverine hitting the building because he's standing right next to it, and you literally cannot miss under those circumstances. Hitting for a whopping 22 points of damage and stunning the crew of that turret. Vedette missing the Rifleman. enemy 4H Hunchback hitting building Hex 1919 and critting out the LRM 15. Also hitting with 3 medium lasers, bringing its structure down to 15. And, alerting everyone in a kilometer radius by the ammo explosion and a mulched mech. Yeah, you've definitely made yourself a target. Well, the Phoenix Hawk hits you on a 12 to the right arm. Got lucky there. Not as impressive as the 12 that you rolled, but still, that hurts. Armor's down to 8 armor there. Let's see. The friendly Vedette at the enemy Griffin hitting 2 to the center torso with an autocannon 2. Enemy Rifleman at the Hunchback hitting your other arm. Yeah, you were down to 8 armor. Hits you in the left arm, down to 6 structure there. Missing with the autocannon. Blackjack on the enemy Griffin, missing on 11s. Medium laser turret on the Assassin, hitting the center torso and right leg, down to 7 and 1 armor in those locations. The Crusader hitting Hex 1320 with 14 LRMs, killing 2 of our guys and bringing the structure down to 27. Then we Bulldog on our Orion on 10s and 6s, completely missed. Those were the ones that were coming at our back shot, our back arc. Also, yeah, speaking of why you're being targeted, they might be trying to force a PSR out of you, because you've got that damaged leg actuator. So you're going to be real easy to knock over, too. So that, oh man, if you keep falling down, you could get hurt. So our Orion on the Hunchback, hitting him in the center torso with a medium laser, left leg and head with SRMs, down to 16 armor on the leg, and forcing his second consciousness check. Needs a 5, gets an 8. Enemy Griffin at our friendly Vedette, hitting with 6 LRMs to the left side, immobilizing it and stunning the crew for a turn. Our Stalker at the Rifleman, hitting both large lasers to the left torso and right arm, down to 7 armor in both of those locations. LRM Carrier on shooting at Lark, needing 10s, didn't get any of them. Friendly Clint landing 3 hits to the LRM Carrier's right side, stunning the crew for 2 turns and costing it half its movement points. Let's see. The enemy Drillson shooting at Lark, needing 11s and 9s and missing. Enemy Griffin shooting at Lark, needing 10s and 12s and missing. It's a good thing those weren't in the other order, or he would have hit with the LRMs. Enemy Assassin shooting at, I think this is the medium laser turret, hitting it with 10 points of damage between the laser and the LRMs, and if he jumped this turn, that's another 5 heat. There's a good chance he's still overheating real bad. Our Assassin at the Drillson, needing 9s and missing. The enemy Orion landing an autocannon 10 on Lark's left torso for 10, leaving him with 10 armor. Friendly Dervish hitting the Griffin in the left arm, destroying it with a medium laser. And then the LRM-5 turret critting out the Crusader's Gyro with a through armor crit from 3 points from an LRM-5. Nice. Lark goes down, takes 5 to the leg, fails his seatbelt check, fails his consciousness check. Lark is unconscious. Right. No, rerolled the consciousness check. Successful. Okay. Wait. How much edge did you have? Because I thought you didn't have any. Because normally I set it up for head hits and through armor crits. Yeah, we had an edge for KOs and explosions. Okay, well you used it for a KO, which was exactly when we needed it. I'm glad we saved that. Yes, you had edge. I must have been mistaken earlier when I said this was your first mission because you had 2 edge. And I remember now I did give you 1 bonus edge when you started off, just so that you didn't die too early. Um, assuming that you die at all, I know. But yeah, you must have had one when you started and one for your first mission. With the combat action award gives you an edge, and that is your first one spent, one remaining. So no more consciousness checks, please. Lark took a serious drink and passed out after blowing up the Hunchback. Celebration. Crusader needs a 9 to stay standing and falls, takes 5 to the left arm and right leg, but does manage to avoid taking pilot damage, rolling a 10. But he is not likely to get back up, and he is likely to knock himself out trying. Assassin kicking the building for 9, Clint kicking the Drillson for 8 to the front, and the Wolverine kicking the building for 11, leaving it with 4, and stunning the crew of that turret. All of our heat is in check. The Stalker is at 2, the Orion is at 1, everyone else is at 0. Friendly Dervish at 4, or no. Oh, our friendly Assassin is at 4. Friendly Dervish is at 7, Clint is at 8. Wish I'd cool it with those lasers, but hey, he took out the LRM carrier, so. Well, I guess he didn't take it out. He stunned it and crippled it. Civilian units are all at 0 heat because they're not shooting, because they're good boys. The enemy Phoenix Hawk is at 9, enemy Assassin is at 10. Enemy Crusader at 7, enemy Hunchback 4H is at 6. Griffin and Orion also at 6. So they are pushing and pushing hard. We've won initiative due to our bonus. We actually didn't roll as well as they did, but we have more tactical skill. Yes, 10. 10 per point of edge. It's the only thing I can think of that you can spend XP on that doesn't scale with the amount that you have. Like your piloting, your gunnery, tactics, strategy, leadership skills, tech skills, those all get more expensive the more you have, but edge is just a flat 10 points per. And each one allows a reroll. If you'd like to specify what you want rerolled, I will accommodate you as best I can. Otherwise, I'll use my best judgment, which apparently is sometimes better than others, because, like I said, I usually use it for all head hits through armor crits if ammo is being carried, and then, of course, KO and explosions. We've got snipers landing next turn. Alright, so that was a relatively good turn for us. It wasn't ideal. We did still fall down. We're still not going to be evasive this turn. It's still going to be a pain to get back up. And watch, we're not going to make the 6. Oh, we made the 6. I unjinxed us. This assassin jumping around being a pain in my butt. Maintaining 10 heat per turn. Can we get into this rough here? I think, yes. You guys are going to continue to sit tight. Maybe you should have a target. You guys were, going that way, I suppose, to try to back up the other field gunners. You guys are sitting tight so you can return fire if that assassin comes back. You are trying to take pot shots at that Drillson if we can. That should be medium range. Can we do that with a walk? Yeah, I think we can do that with a walk. It's not evasive at all, but it gives us a clear line of sight and plenty of distance. Alright, I was right about that 4. I've had bad luck with 4s lately. Stalker continuing to advance on this rifleman. Trying to get within medium laser range because those are super efficient. Yes, and now we're going to take the back shots on the Hunchy. Alright, yeah, let's get in under the guns of this Griffin. Kicking distance of this Drillson. I like that. Maybe hit it with some SRMs, damage that skirt. Alright, LRM carrier flees the field. I didn't realize he was in the edge hex. That's... well, at least he's not making a problem for us anymore. Lark needed a 6, got a 7. Hoser needed a 4, got an 8. Crusader tried to get back up and failed. Takes damage to his leg and arm. Takes his first consciousness check, which is only a 3. Friendly Trebuchet tried to leap down, I suppose, with a damaged leg. He fell, damaged his legs again, taking a crit to his heat sink and his foot, but doesn't fall down, at least. So that's good, with a 12 and an 8. Sniper being as effective as ever. Alright, field gunners have no target. You guys maybe do. On 8s, yeah, we should be able to get at least 2, yeah. 2 8s, and he's shooting back at us. You guys don't have a target because where did that assassin go? He can't have gone more than 7 hexes. There he is, over here. Hiding behind a building, trying to... what is that Trebuchet even doing? Like, why are you even trying to get in that hex? Okay, so we've got 11s with the field guns, or 11s with the auto rifles. Well, in that case, we'll take the multiple shots that do more damage. We've got 10s there, we've got 10s there. 10s and 10s. Well, if we can cripple this Drillson, if we can immobilize it, it becomes an easy target. And that's a 15. Let's come back to you. I kind of want to do this side of the field first. So we've got 6s with the large lasers, which means we, at this range we also have 6s with the mediums, 7s with the LRMs, 8s with the SRMs. We'll do the LRMs on 7s, and we'll do both of them, and that should be heat neutral for the turn. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this assassin as well. With it, it's 11 heat already. We'll take a shot at a 10. Alright, Hoser. We've got the Stinger on a 5. We've got the Griffin on a 9. We got the Trebuchet on a 9. I know it's a low value target, but it is a target and it's an easy one. Three, yeah, I think we're going to obliterate the Stinger. Guns off the field. Hey, a kill's a kill. Yeah, absolutely it is. And then we've got Petra up here, getting 6s in the back of the Hunchback with all of the close range weaponry. And if I recall, this thing has like 2 and 4 armor in the back. 4 and 5. So yeah, medium laser, a couple SRMs should about do it. We've got a 12 on the rifleman. Can't see the Orion. Nothing else is in range. We'll take the 12. Who knows? Maybe we'll blow something up again. Alright. Wolverine has destroyed a building. Field gunners hit the hunchback in the arm and right torso. 2 for 2 on 8s. That's better than I'm used to my luck being. The 4H hitting the building that my infantry are in, killing 2, 3, 4 of them, down to 18 guys in that squad. Stinger shooting at Hoser on 11s and missing. Field guns shooting at the assassin on 11s and missing. Rifleman hitting the hunchback with the large laser on the auto cannon 5 to the center torso, right leg, rolled a 12 for the crit, blowing off the right leg. So you are not getting back up this match. Dang. Yeah, that Stinger was a lamb. Which I think has, 3 medium lasers. It's a 30-tonner. That apparently... Oh yeah. This one already took a hit to the head from a PPC from a certain someone. Yeah, if we could salvage a Stinger Lamb, that would be an interesting mech to have on the team. From a strategic point of view, from a tactical point of view, I'm still not entirely clear how the wing and ground effect rules work as far as maneuverability, so I hesitate to try to transform it between mech mode and air mode. Traded a hunchback for a dead hunchback and then some, so I say it's a fair deal. More hunchback is always welcome. Yeah. Well, the one hunchback that's dead is not going to be salvageable, and if this one ends up taking too much damage, it might also not be salvageable. So then we're not exactly trading hunchbacks, we're just kind of losing 2 hunchbacks. Wizard, yes, hello. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if you saw in the Discord where we started half an hour earlier today. We're going to be ending half an hour early as well. So being as that it's about 7 o'clock, we've got about 30 minutes left to wrap this up. And I'm starting to think we could actually finish this mission in that amount of time. If not, I might call it a little early, fudge a little bit on the victory, assuming that we win. We're in pretty good shape right now. Just got home, so it is what it is. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to accommodate everybody's schedule. I do the best I can to try to accommodate as many people as possible. I kind of put it up to an informal poll in the Discord, and had 3 people saying, yeah, we can start early today, because I was gonna have to quit early either way. So it was either start at 6 and go to 7:30, or start at 5:30 and go to 7:30. So sorry you missed it. New game is in my sights now. They are Billions is done. I saw that clip that you posted on, I think it was Lark's Discord, of them breaking through your wall. Is it done? Are you done with They Are Billions because you beat it, or because you got frustrated with it, or some other reason? Conquest of Elysium 5. Never heard of the first 4. Archer hitting the Drillson on 10s with 24 missiles to the front left side turret, immobilizing it. So that's cool. That's going to be a much easier target next turn. Finish the campaign, so that's the bulk of the game done. Cool. That looked to me like the kind of game that would have maybe a co-op mode or a versus mode, like an asymmetric versus mode, kind of like Space Hulk, where you had one playing the zombies and one playing the humans. MekHQ is so good, why isn't there a MekHQ 2? Because there's no way to improve on it. I mean, how do you follow the perfect act? Primary mode is a survival skirmish. Okay. Crusader landing 12 LRMs on our Orion to the right torso, down to 7 there. Right arm and left torso. Stalker at the Rifleman, hitting the right arm, the left leg, and the right torso with medium lasers, and 6 LRMs to the right leg and the left torso. Bulldog hitting the Orion in the left side with 12 LRMs. To the leg, the center torso, and the arm for 2, down to 11 on that arm. Hoser hitting the Stinger in the right leg twice and annihilating it, and transferring into the right torso, following that with 3 hits to the right leg and 1 to the right torso. So he is now half a mech. 5 damage transfers to the center torso, leaving him with 1 armor remaining. False advertising, my kill count at the end of the campaign was less than 600k dead. That's still the better part of 1 million, which is a heck of a body count. I'll bet if you and everyone else who played tallied it up, that would be billions. Let's see, Clint at the Phoenix Hawk, that's our friendly Clint at the enemy Phoenix Hawk, hitting it in the center torso with a medium laser. Enemy Griffin, PPC on building in Hex 2431, stunning the crew, and also 3 LRMs. Enemy Griffin at the now legged Hunchback, and missing. Our Orion at the enemy Hunchback, autocannon 10 to the left torso rear, critting a heatsink, also medium lasers to both legs. It's a shame the SRM didn't hit, wouldn't mind a little bit of crit seeking. That Stinger looks like the prototype Nemo in Gundam tech. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. Eventually you're gonna find giant robots that that resemble each other. To say nothing of the Harmony Gold fiasco. Friendly primitive Orion, missing the enemy Griffin with his autocannon, but landing 8 LRMs to the left torso and center torso. And then the enemy Orion landing 9 LRMs on our friendly Stalker to the left leg and left torso. Didn't get the 12 Lark, sorry. I was hoping, I figured it was worth a shot. And, I mean, it might be the last shot you take this battle. If you're going to be prone on that cliff, you're not going to have any visibility. So you might not get any more opportunities. Seriously debating whether to eject just to save the mech from taking any more serious damage, because I think it's kind of in a bad position right now. We'll see once we go back to the map. Dervish missing, Assassin hitting with 3 LRMs, building collapses, Hunchback goes down, 5 to the left torso, and blacking out for real this time, because apparently we don't have any more edge. So ejecting is not something that we can actually do until you can make a 7 during the end phase. Misheard that as missing the anime Griffin. I meant in terms of the damage condition it's in and the mobile suit we fought in Gundam Techs. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's... well, let me just... where is it? That's not gonna... yeah, that's not updated yet. But here in a second. Yeah. LAM's pilot needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 7. Yeah, let's see what he looks like now. He's probably under here, yeah. I mean, not quite as bad as the one from earlier. That one had, what was it, like 1 leg and a head? This one still has most of down here. Physical attacks. Yes, we will kick him on a 5 and hope we don't fall down. We did kick him in the right side and stunned the crew for 1 turn. Friendly dervish kicking the enemy griffin in the left torso. Enemy assassin kicking a friendly trebuchet in the leg. The griffin falls down, the trebuchet does not. Griffin takes 5 to the left torso, leaving it with 0 armor and 1 to the right leg. It doesn't hurt the pilot. Heat levels are all pretty much okay. Clint is at 7, which is kind of eh. Their Phoenix Hawk is at 9, their Griffin is at 6, their Assassin is at 10. So yeah, they're still maintaining that pace that they've been holding up. And they are at 55% and 87%. So maybe force number 2, I think, is the one on the left side, because we've been doing good work on the ones down at the south. We are at 90% still, which is, I mean, I prefer if it wasn't 90%, but that's the price you pay for doing business, I suppose. Alright, hopefully we can do something about this hunchback over here. You guys over here, I think that's still out in the open. Move into support. Yeah, they've still got a Phoenix Hawk and a Griffin. They've still got the Orion and the Rifleman. Hopefully the Rifleman goes down soon. Hopefully the Hunchback goes down soon. The Assassin's not going to take much either. Ooh, if we stand still, that's such a beautiful shot on this Trebuchet. He's pretty evasive. But if we stand still, we would need 6s with the PPC, or 4s with the PPCs. How much would 3 PPCs hurt this guy? Quite a bit. If 2 of them land in pretty much any of the same spots, he's going to be in a bad way. All damage has a cost. It's all about asking how much is it worth. Speaking of which, Hoser, are you okay with standing still with a Griffin on your flank? I mean, the Griffin has a minimum range with everything. So either he's going to jump or run to try to get out of that minimum range, which is going to affect his targeting pretty heavily. But where we're at right now, we've got a really good shot on this Trebuchet. Sure? Alright. I don't normally like standing still. I normally try to be as evasive as I possibly can, but sometimes it just might be worth it. I'm trying to find a spot where that Orion can't see us, and I'm not finding one. Well, up the hill we go. Standing still is always good. Just roll out your LRM-80 carrier. Trebuchets are the superior siege weapon. Oh, hey, HMS Boat Fixer. How's it going? Glad you could join us. Don't know if you heard the announcement earlier, but we are going to be wrapping it up here in about 20 minutes. Welcome to the chat for while it lasts, though. Oh, the Crusader did manage to stand up. So that's cool, I guess. Still trying to take out this Hunchback. He's protecting his back pretty effectively. Been lurking a small bit. Okay. LRM 120. Oh, are you talking about the Barrage? Yeah, we don't have one of those. Yeah, you're KO. Oh, he's putting Sniper Shell where this Drillson is. Phoenix Hawk and a Griffin ganging up on our Clint, or we can 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're already at 3 heat. So that would be 9. Yeah, we can jump 6. We can get the medium laser and the LRMs on the rifleman. That's better than nothing. Been looking for a better LRM carrier than a Shadowhawk in HBS Battletech using the XAI mod pack. Not familiar with that mod pack, but I can tell you that Shadowhawks are good mechs, but from what I've seen of HBS Battletech, they lack the hard points to be a serious LRM carrier, and in tabletop they kind of lack the tonnage, in my opinion. I had brought an LRM carrier type mech to match with Gribbly, where it had, what was it, 2, 4, 6, 8. It had 18 LRM5s, I believe. 5 in each arm, 2 in each leg, 2 in each torso. The thing was insane. 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So it was like 90 LRMs per turn. 3 LRM hardpoints is the highest I have on a mech at my current point. Yeah, I also have a Shadowhawk in my game, and it's, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it does leave you wanting maybe a little bit more. Where'd that assassin go? He's over here. Hopefully that turret can do him some good. 2 LRM-10s and an LRM-5. It tends to one-shot vehicles. Yeah. For that phase of the game, it's pretty effective, I think. Do we want to trust the sniper to hit? What does he need? Oh, it's landing this turn. Or no, 0 turns. It must be next turn because we've already moved. Yeah, 25 LRMs is a lot for the early game. Not gonna lie. Tens. Yeah, we'll take 9s on the rifleman, even if it means not having... Oh, we've got 10s on this guy. Wait, where is he damaged? The front. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so LRMs on the rifleman. 2 lasers on the front there. Probably not going to hit with either one, to be honest, but... Boom. Gotta mess up that trebuchet. The early 2 PPC beast is an all or nothing destroyer of early game. The Vindicator. I have my Vindicator set up differently. I think I've got 1 large laser and a slew of mediums with maybe an LRM-5. I'm not positive. I'd have to check. And hopefully we can take out this hunchback real soon. Build up 2 heat with some SRMs, yeah, and then of course rank the Reasonable-ville. Yeah. I tend to, like I was saying earlier, I tend to not push my luck too hard. I tend to play more conservatively, more cautiously. Alright, Wolverine hitting terrain? Not building, terrain. Interesting. He's trying to clear a woods. That's strange behavior. I don't think I've ever seen Princess trying to clear a woods. PPCs are also way too devastating early game in HPS, yeah. Wizard's goal in Battletech is to put a PPC on everything. Planning on slapping a PPC instead of a large laser on my LRM carrier Shadowhawk when I get a spare one. That's interesting. Yeah, PPCs are really good. I think they also did a good job buffing the autocannons. People talk about buffing the autocannons in tabletop, and I'm generally against that because it changes the balance of the game. But with the HBS Battletech, they've already tweaked the balance in a bunch of different ways, so I feel like it's essentially creating a new balance system. And I think that the PPC and the autocannons fit well in that system. Alright, the 4H Hunchback shooting at Petra and the Orion, hitting the left torso with the autocannon 10, the right torso with a medium laser, both of those down to single digits, 5 and 2. Field Gunners at the Wolverine, hitting the center torso, right arm. Coolant Truck at the Crusader, hitting it in the right torso for 2. Why is there a coolant truck shooting at that Crusader? He's going to die. That Crusader has medium lasers and machine guns and SRMs. Rifleman shooting at the prone and unconscious Hunchback, hitting it with just half of its weapons, one large laser and the autocannon 5, both to the right torso, going internal but no crits. Medium laser turret at the Assassin, hitting the right arm, left leg, down to 1 armor in both of those locations. What's her name uses one in that one early game campaign? Yeah. Million SRM on the Kintara, though, so at least there's that. Yeah, SRMs are also really powerful, I feel like. LRMs are really powerful. Honestly, I feel like about the only thing that didn't get buffed was lasers. PVC's got a special ability, autocannons got more damage. Indirect fire LRMs and the LRM and the SRM spam both feel more powerful in some unquantifiable way. Computer is shipping. It will be here Tuesday, hopefully. Good deal. That is good news. What's her name being Kamea? Yeah, I knew who you were talking about. I couldn't think of her name either. Phoenix Hawk on the Clinton missing. Blackjack on the Griffin missing. Crusader destroying the building and killing some field gunners. Just 2 of them. But that building's going to fall and kill some more. I'm starting to think maybe having them hunker down was not the right choice. I'd be a little sad if I lose the whole unit. Trebuchet at the Awesome, missing on 11s with medium lasers, even though we were standing still. Like, what is your deal? Are you just like a bad shot? You jumped. Yeah, you are a bad shot. You're not a good pilot at all. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 for jumping, 9 for darkness. I don't know what the other 2 is. Ordered on June 2nd? Jeez. It's like the Kickstarter. SRMs and LRMs got buffed mainly because of stability damage. Yes, that is a big part of it. People have done the hard math that SRM 6s are objectively the best weapon overall in the game. Okay. Actual effective indirect fire instead of just the tickles from individual LRMs is too valuable. Yeah, and also with the missiles, instead of it's an all or nothing kind of miss and then the cluster roll, each one is an individual roll. So even like on a 20% shot, 5 LRMs, chances are one of them is going to hit. So Archer hitting the Rifleman with 16 missiles to the left leg, left torso, critting out one of the medium lasers, left arm and right torso. Didn't hit the Drillson. Hoser at the Trebuchet, hitting 2 out of 3 PPCs to the right torso and right leg, large laser to the left arm, all down to single digits there. Bulldog on the Orion, hitting with 12 LRMs to the center torso, left torso down to 0, and right arm. Friendly Hunchback 4G at the Griffin, missing on an 8 with his big gun, but hitting the left torso and right torso with medium lasers, critting out another jump jet. Let's see, the Clint at the Phoenix Hawk, overheating himself some more, I think, but hitting with everything. He's been really accurate with everything this match. Hitting the right arm, right leg twice, down to 0 on the arm, 5 on the leg. Griffin shooting a building for 6 points of damage. the civilian Orion hitting the Griffin with 3 LRMs to the right leg. Enemy Griffin missing the Archer on 11s. Our Orion missing 3 out of 4 6s, hitting just a medium laser to the left torso. Stalker on the Rifleman, 8 to the right leg, 5 to the center torso, blowing off the right leg with a medium laser. Left arm with 2 more medium lasers, and then SRM 6 to the center torso, center torso, right arm, left arm blown off as well. Wow, that is critical confirmed 12, critical confirmed 12. So that 1 out of 3 fives, or was it 4? I mean, a 5 is not a guaranteed hit, so I would say 3 out of 4 on 5s. Yeah, 3 out of, and that one was a 7 even. So your mic is exploding. Plug it in and unplug it. Is it this? Are you talking about the wheels on my chair? Clear? Okay. Alright. Well, it seems utterly random. Like, I wasn't moving or tweaking anything. Yeah, I will definitely check that out later. As soon as it's on YouTube. Or, heck, even while it's uploading, I should be able to watch it. Try and figure out what's going on there. Might have to get a refund on this mic or something. Jeez. And I don't know. So 2 out of 3 5s and a 7. That's not, I mean, a 5 is not a guaranteed hit. You can't treat it that way. But yeah, that is a leg and an arm off the Rifleman. Crispier than KFC original recipe TM chicken. And again, everything is. Oof. Orion landing an autocannon 10 on Lark's Hunchback, leaving it with 1 structure remaining and critting the autocannon. So even if he does wake back up, all he's got is medium lasers. No, clipped it. Encouraging magnificent squid, you don't say. Alright, man, I'm really distracted now. Yeah, lost 2 more guys when the building collapses. Our Orion fell down, take 8 to the arm, 3 armor remaining. Enemy Rifleman goes down, takes 1 to the right leg, 1 to the right, or 1 to the right torso, 5 to the left torso, and his first consciousness check. Assassin kicks the building. Jacoby does wake up. It is, let me see what the point value is here. Yeah, we've got them down to 11,000, almost 11,900 out of 17,000. Do you guys think I should call it a victory, or should I save it here and pick it up again next week? Open to suggestion. I don't mind calling it a victory here just for simplicity's sake, everyone that's not already legged or unconscious can escape, or we can save it and play to the end. But it is 7:25, and I have something going on at 7:30. So, open to suggestions. In the meantime, let me go ahead and save it. We'll actually save it over the same file as last time. Call it a victory. You over 50 on the big attackers. No, we're not. The big attacking team still has 80% remaining. Yeah, okay. Save game has been sent to me. And we'll go ahead and call it here. I apologize for the technical difficulty. Oh, wrong one. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Thanks for joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, be a part of the community. Ukpik Australis is now the latest follow. So thank you for joining. Thank you for your continued support. It's been great fun hanging out with all of you. Now I am going to, tomorrow night, HBS Battletech. Same time, same channel as usual. And with that, I wish you all a good night. See you then.